Guys and girls. Hello. Reconnect all the things so we can see what's happening. Need to shoot Tech a message. Well, we got 2,000 login points. Alright, alright, alright. Get rid of the starting soon screen, and we are started. Oh, I'm a fucking genius. Oh my god. Hey, Wish. You missed my self-indulging comment that I'm a genius. I got breakfast cooked right here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's a pancake. Just kind of a thick pancake because there's sausage in the middle. So I'm a fucking genius and a fat ass. Oh, it is good. That's why it took me so long to cook. I grilled up the sausage links and then I poured the batter around the links so the sausage is baked into the pancake. I am. I logged out at the right place so that way I wouldn't have to worry about remembering what the right place is. God damn. Controller's vibrating like it's nobody's business. No, you don't. If you log out in your house, it's instantaneous. Otherwise, if you log out anywhere else, even in the city, it's a 30-second countdown. And that's just to make sure you don't get attacked like that. So if you get attacked, it'll kick you out of the countdown. So it kind of forces you to make sure you're logging out at a non-hostile area. It's like I logged out around the corner where the mobs don't spawn or walk. But you don't have to be in a city to do it. I'm gonna have to work out extra hard for these. I hadn't heard any MMOs that do that. Not to say there aren't any, just I haven't heard of them. I know some games have a rest mechanic. I know Fallout 4 has a rest mechanic. If you sleep in a bed, you get bonuses. Not an XP bonus, but you get well rested and it gives you like bonus stats. Huh. I haven't played a lot of MMOs. I found this one and I stuck to it. I've never... I played WoW for like 2 days. I haven't played Final Fantasy XIV at all. And Star Wars The Old Republic, I didn't have a system when that was popular, so... I actually didn't play a whole lot of games growing up. It wasn't until my adulthood, when I could afford to buy my own games, that I started playing a lot of games. my gaming history is actually very, very terrible. But don't tell people that. I'll lose my gamer cred. Well, fine, Tech. Fuck you too, buddy. I told Tech I was live and he just laughed at me. Hey, Kevin. Just murdering some cowmen, I mean goblins. I really do wish, I really do. That'd be a huge fucking backlog. Yeah, no, I remember when the Jaguar was out. Sega CD were coming out. Well, Mom, can I get a Sega? I didn't even ask for the Sega CD. I was asking for a Sega. My cousin had a Game Gear. Mom, can I get a Sega? And they went out and found me an Atari at a garage sale. Yeah. Yep, Atari Jaguar. One of the first CD consoles. Yeah, and Game Gear was a battery eater. But yeah, so I was asking for a Sega, and my mom went out to a garage sale and found me an Atari with like 30 games. And then when PlayStation 1 had been out for a while, my grandma got me a Sega Genesis for my birthday. Or for Christmas. It wasn't until I got my first paycheck that I got a current console, and I went from Sega Genesis to PlayStation 2. Oh, yeah. Playing a detective. What console was it, Wish? Where you were playing a detective? They made a number of... Right. Non-Sony Nintendo Sega console. Huh. It very possibly was the 3D, or who knows. I know PC, they made a number of FMV games where you play like Sherlock Holmes and shit. Look like the 3DO. There you go. That's a good starting spot then. They came out with a lot of strange stuff back then. Hey, Timmy. Where did that go? What the... Okay. I cast it on it twice and it just didn't want to aggro me. Very friendly leech, I guess. Sorry, let's see. Yeah, the Neo Geo. The Philips CDI, that's where they had the terrible Zelda games they came out with. They had a lot of stuff. They really did. Get stabbed a bunch. Yeah, I went there too, Kevin. That was one of sort of the big places I wanted to visit, since that's one of the big places I always talk about. They've hiked up their prices from some of the videos I've seen, but it was a very impressive place with a very impressive stock. Yeah, Japan really was the purveyor of early electronics and early video games. They kind of rocked the 80s and 90s when it came to that. Oh, sorry to hear that, Wish. What happened? I mean, what happened so much that you just got angry on a day in Japan? Vacation angry is not a good angry to get. Well, that sucks, my dude. Sucks really bad. Sorry to hear that. Yep. You did not get to toss your bomb, my goblin friend. We murdered you. You know, it's Japan. They probably would figure out a way to sell Sun. You know. They've got a light bulb with enough lumens you can set it in the corner of your room and pretend it's a sun. Is it raining? Does your day suck? Put this in the corner of the room and you'll wish it was raining. Come now and suffer heat stroke and third-degree sunburns with this magic 4 billion lumens light bulb. Why aren't you attacking? Attack! Now switch targets. But yeah, the crowds there are outrageous. There are huge, huge crowds. You know, probably the worst thing I had to deal with when it came to crowds was trying to get to the Shibuya Sky. They're open until like 10 or 10:30, and I got there at like 7:30 or 8, and they were already entirely sold out for the day. They'd been sold out since like that afternoon, and I had no idea it was that fucking popular. Yeah, I stayed at an Airbnb, and thankfully one of the things they had was umbrellas in the closet. Or not in the closet, but on the back of the front door they had a little thing attached to the door, an umbrella holder. So it was next to the closet in that front space where you keep your shoes. I forget what they call that space. I used to know what they call that space, and I forget. No, I get that. I just mean my Airbnb thankfully had umbrellas there, so I didn't have to buy any. But I was good about remembering them. So. Well, thankfully I didn't lose any. I didn't forget to pick him back up. Yeah, see, that was really my big fear, is that some of those things are like community umbrellas, and so my big fear the entire time was someone's just going to walk up and take this out of the storage holder while I'm gone. Thankfully, it never did happen to me, though. when I went to watch Kana do her competition, they had the same thing. They had an umbrella caddy with lockers. You put your umbrella in there and take the key, and then it's locked in there until you come back with the key. And the locks are all numbered and the keys are numbered, so you can't lose it. That I thought was really impressive. But it was like a big performance hall too. So I'm not surprised they did that. Right. That was the only competition I knew of while I was in there. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. This is Random Encounters. I am your host, Valendro. Welcome to the Drowned Lynch Tavern. Pull up a stool and have some fun. I believe this is Odin server, if I remember correctly. Hey! Nice, nice. I am turned around. Where the fuck am I? Back this way. Yeah, no, I was originally from Ifrit, and then Ifrit got folded into Odin back in the day when they had their server migration. So now I am on Odin. Ifrit server, ride or die. Oh shit, we died. Did I ever? Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. I need to decide what trinkets I want to get from the logging campaign this go around. Did bring my water out. Alright. Nope, I stab at thee. Magic! So I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to stream tomorrow or not. If I do, it will be later in the evening, afternoon. Get back here, you leech. You're worth the most XP, more than the goblins. Where are we at? Oh, we're actually... This fight should level us. Level 87. Yeah, no, tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym kind of early, and then I'm meeting my parents at 2 p.m. and we're gonna go to the movies, so it'll probably be like 4 p.m., maybe later by the time I get to stream. Which 4 p.m. my time, Wish, is 5 p.m. your time, I believe, so... Yeah. Just want to give you an accurate rundown. And 8-hour difference, so that'd be like midnight Timmy's time. Right when you go eat like a civilized... What are you talking about, dude? Civilized people eat at like 7, 8 o'clock at night. 12:30, somewhere around there. At a table, what? Wish. You're so weird, guy. Like, man, I don't know. You really just don't understand the way of the world, you know? You're totally missing out, my dude. Oh, I don't eat over my keyboard. I still eat over a plate. Enfeebling magic hit level 199. I'm really making people feel bad. And you and I are going to have to talk later, Wish. I have some stuff I need to send you. I think it's good things. I don't know. We'll talk later. some text screenshots. Cast magic at you. I cast fireball at the darkness. I do need to get my hands on the higher level black mage spells. I can cast Fire 3 or something, see what that does. Stupid to cast it on a leech because they're water based. So let me cast it on a leech. Fire 3. That's quite the spout of flame. Let's act like the caster we are. Thunder 3. Tenzin's getting a little low on health. Heal up a bit. Alright. How are we at with items? And we're doing good on our item count. And we're kicking butt through level 87. This is the red mage. Red mage is the battle mage. It's literally a combination of white mage, black mage, and warrior all at once. It gets black mage and white mage spells, but not up to the same tier as black mage and white mage. But then you also get to be stabby with it. He's wearing blue because it's an MMO. Actually, the red mage artifact armor is really cool looking, but I don't have any of it. I've got the Corsair artifact armor. I think I have some of the summoner artifact armor, and I have some of the Dark Knight summoner artifact armor. And I've got some of the monk Abyssia armor, which I forget which class that falls into. I've got Empyrean weapons I need to fuck with, and I still have to do more. I went and did the weapon trial for hand-to-hand. So I got the hand-to-hand weapon skill. There's other weapon trials I need. There's a ton of stuff I need to do. I need to look those weapon trials back up and see what those entail. Because I've only ever done the one, and it was kind of when I was really focusing on Monk, because I picked up a lot of the Monk gear for Abyssia. Alright. Well, that was a murder spree. Let's keep going. Magic. Sword skill hit 315. Woot. I stab at thee, and again I stab. You shall not succeed, you vile villain. You shall rue the day, and I shall have my vengeance, and thine evil shall be cleansed from the surface of this world. Ah! That's right, Timmy. Stab, stab. Bonk. Poke. So what are you up to, Timmy? Eating not so healthy food. Yeah, I know that feeling. I've been doing a lot better with my not healthy food. Right now I'm eating the last of my not healthy food, and it's really not terribly not healthy. I've got pancakes and sausage. The unhealthiest thing about it is the fact that I got syrup with it. Timmy, please. I'm gonna stab you a bunch. Stroll. Kevin. I wish I had that. I just got regular store brand sugar water. But I got these. This is what it's all about. The syrup is just to help flavor this. And Shantoto's got nuclear again. Don't mess with Shantoto. It doesn't go bad, right? Right? Oh. Don't attack me when I'm not ready to be attacked. Poke. Mine? No, store brand. Neither. I took and grilled some sausage and then poured pancake batter around the sausages. So I've got little pancake sausages. Oh. Dude, I love cooking. I'm real good at cooking. It just takes forever, and I've got a real tiny kitchen, so I don't do it as much as I would like. I also don't want to own a restaurant. I just cook for me because I like food. I'm a fat guy who's trying not to be fat anymore. I found some good ways, some good food that's not bad for you. But um, I can cook. I can cook fairly well. And I like the I like the after effects that cooking produces. Yeah, no, I learned to make pancakes from my grandma when I was like 8. Right. I have a rice cooker now, and I don't use it as much as I should. It's a large rice cooker too. It's a family size one, which I don't need that one, or I don't need one that big. But it is what it is. And I do need to use it more. It's also got a basket for steaming vegetables, so you can put the rice on the bottom and then vegetables on top. And then as the rice cooks, it'll come up and steam the vegetables at the same time. And I definitely do need to get more use out of that. What was I going to say? But yeah, no, one of my favorite things I love doing is pasta. I do a really good chicken parmesan. That's a good question, Kevin. Cure myself. I wasn't sure if I'd get by that goblin or not, but I did. Alright. I need to do some actual questing in the game at some point in time. I need to plan out a day to do that. I haven't actually spent a full day on this game since I hit 99 on the ninja. We're slowly getting every class leveled up, so. Slowly getting everybody leveled and slowly getting those quests taken care of. Gotta do the trials too. There's so much in this game to do. But we're actually making good headway and we're knocking things out, so I'm happy with it. Oh shit, we lost someone. No wonder we're getting hurt. Didn't even realize our healer had died. That makes sense. We were down a healer. Alright. So if I do get to stream tomorrow, is there anything in particular you guys want to see? Some more Final Fantasy? Some Warframe? Do we finish up Marvel Midnight Suns or work more on Hogwarts Legacy? Do we fuck around in some Baldur's Gate? What do you guys want to... see? What do you guys want to do? There are. Oh, there's the orbital strike cannon. And he melted. Shantoto's good for that. Super Saiyan Shantoto, don't fuck around. Midnight Suns? I'm glad you like that, because I am a Marvel nerd, and that game makes me happy. It's like the best Marvel game they've come out with in a long time. And the fact that it's got so little press and so little push actually disappoints me. I think it had a lot of promise. I hate that they abandoned it and fucked it up. It was a good start. It really had some good mechanics to it, but it needed follow through. It needed more variation. It needed more, it needed more. I think they had a really good opportunity, and I think they fucked it up. Well, yeah, and they promised more, and they did kind of give more. They ended up releasing 4 additional heroes for it. They released Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, who were similar yet still different. And they released Black Panther. And then for PlayStation, they released Spider-Man. But they didn't do anything past that. And the new areas they added didn't add in any new content. Like, it didn't add in any new mission types or anything. It recycled a lot of the same resources and areas. And even the enemy types were all just recycles. And they didn't add in any new villains. So they really... And the villains they had in there were D-tier villains. They could have done a lot adding in new enemies. It really didn't feel too bad to play. It felt very basic to play. They took what had serious potential and watered it down and then did not provide the content. I don't know. I didn't have a problem playing it. I didn't have any issue with that. The gameplay itself, I feel, was fairly good. Or, like I said, at least a good starting point. They could have done a lot more with it. Yeah, that was one of the things. That is definitely one of the things. And that I don't attribute to like gameplay and mechanics, that I attribute to their sense of balance. And yeah, and I don't think it's right at all. A little robot that comes up to your shin comes and throws you off balance as the Hulk. You don't feel like the Hulk. You feel like goddamn Hawkeye in the Hulk's body. It's kind of ridiculous. But that, I don't think that's so much, like I said, that's more like a balancing issue. Yeah, no, and I understand that. You're completely right in that regards. It did feel bad as far as balance and making you feel like a hero with some of the characters. Thor, same thing. You know, he gets knocked off balance by just some normal guy, and you're like, this is Thor. Why is he getting knocked on his ass? At least Iron Man had rockets and shit. So yeah, there was definitely hit and miss about it. A lot of miss when it comes to things like making you feel like the hero, like you're saying, you know, knocking around someone as much as Black Widow is when you're the Hulk, getting knocked on your ass as much as you are when you're the Hulk or when you're Thor. Well, and they actually had it set very well if you jumped in. Well, from what I saw, I didn't do a whole lot of the multiplayer stuff. I did everything all single player. So I had AI companions running the other characters. Um, but yeah, every mission in the game kind of scaled to your level. Yeah, you can do any mission as any hero. They all feel the same. And the problem, for me, the problem was that it was the same mission over and over and over again. And it was the same enemies over and over and over again. And they didn't even use the good enemies. You know, the best villain they had in there, I think, was Taskmaster. MODOK was okay. Abomination was okay. But Abomination was just Hulk. And then they did come out with Hulk as an enemy, but that was just Abomination. And then they had a make your own robot enemy that was the bad guy. And then they had evil scientist in a mech suit that was a bad guy. And okay, you've got MODOK and you've got Taskmaster. And you even got Abomination, but you know, with all the characters you've got in there, where's Red Skull? Where's, you know, anybody? And yes and no, but yeah, the missions definitely should have been tailored a little bit better. They should have been, the characters should have been balanced differently. There were a lot of should haves. And it had a good base. It had a good structure, but they just dropped the ball so hard. And again, just didn't follow through with any content or any additional items. And just, it was so bland. That's the only way I can really describe it, is it was so bland. And I mean, it wouldn't be unheard of for Black Widow or Hawkeye to do the same thing, because that's what they do. She's got guns and blah blah blah. It would have been a lot more satisfying if it was a bit more Dynasty Warriors style, and the fact that you could just mow through people and balance it in a system like that, and then put in harder, like Dynasty Warriors has your generals that you have to fight, which are much harder than the basic enemies. Make the other villains like the generals, ramp up their power from basic troops. Actually put in more areas, make it look different, different mobs, make the enemies look different. I enjoy it. I've got a couple of those games I need to finish still. I beat the hell out of Dynasty Warriors 9 and 100%ed that. I'm halfway through Dynasty Warriors 7 on the 360. And then Warriors Orochi 3. I'm still kind of early mid-game or late early game. I don't know how I would describe that one. I'm somewhere in that game. Persona 5 Scrambling, right? So I think Warframe. I need to. Timmy, are you still here? Oh. Yeah, so I was trying to remember. You usually go sauna and get done around like 10, right? We were talking about doing some more Warframe today. I expected that to be after you're done sauna. Yeah. You always got to go get your sauna in. I know that's the thing you got to do. Like Wish and his schedule, it can't be stopped. So that's around 2 p.m. my time. If you want to do a Warframe then. Well, that's just what I was thinking. I didn't get enough sleep last night. And I was just going to stream this until 2 o'clock. And then stream Warframe and then go work out after Warframe. But I might end this for today. Get my workout in and then take a quick nap before Warframe, and then go back and work out again after Warframe, probably, because I'll still have time. Sleep is important. So yeah, I think we're going to. We just leveled up. What level do we hit? We hit level 88. That's kind of pushing it. I'd at least like to hit level 89, but that's going to take a while. especially since where I'm at right now, I've leveled up a few times, and so the XP these guys are dropping is a lot less. How much XP does this guy drop? Yeah, only 856 XP. That's not a lot. Ooh. That sounds good, Kevin. I'm jealous. That's one thing I don't do a whole lot of is fresh dough stuff. Of course, like I said, my kitchen is super tiny, and I just don't have the time to cook like I want to. Otherwise, I'd be mad cooking. If I had a big kitchen and free time, oh, buddy, you best believe I'd be in there grilling chicken, making stuff all day. Yo, you want some chicken paninis? Yo, you want some chicken parmigiana? Hey, you want a sausage lasagna? Hey, you want... I made up these for... I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. For Christmas Eve, I made up these homemade Italian meatballs with the onions and the breadcrumbs and the stuff all mixed in. And I made a sweet cranberry sauce barbecue sauce. It was so fucking good. I wish I could find that recipe again. I don't know what happened to it. It was so good. Okay, so where are we at? Yeah, we're just barely into 88. It was a recipe I found online, and I had it bookmarked, but then I ended up losing the website. So I need to see if I can find it again. Should be fairly easy to find. Should be fairly easy to find, but I do need to look for it. I mean, the meatballs was just a basic meatball recipe. As the cranberry barbecue sauce, that was what the kicker was. Don't get me wrong, the meatballs were phenomenal, but it was just a basic meatball recipe. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's run back to town. Run back to town, clear out the inventory, and then the next time we play, we'll try and push into the next area. Which means we're going back to the caves. I don't know if pushing there at 88 will be good. 89 is usually kind of a push. 88 might be too soon. But we'll find out. Actually, do I have a scroll at 88 I can learn? At 87, shell 5. Boom. We learned a new spell. So yeah, we're going to get back to town, clear out the inventory from everything we picked up, and then I'm going to go to the gym and work out, and then take a nap until it's time to stream Warframe. And when I'm done with Warframe, I'll go work out some more. Because my gym is open until like 10 p.m. I don't know if I'll have time to work out a second time. That's another reason why I want to go work out now, is because I might not have time to work out after Warframe. Because Saturday night is D&D night. And so I might not have time before a game to go ahead and do that. Thank you, thank you. I will do my best. But I definitely want to make sure I at least get the workout in. That's something I'm really trying hard to... Like I said, I'm trying hard not to be a fat ass. I really am. It's gotten way too out of hand for a long time. The pandemic just made it worse, but it was already pretty bad. Let's get there quicker. So, items. Brass cap, so that. Brass leggings. Scale greaves. Fiend blood. Hey, that's everything? Okay. View house. Log sack. I believe this is where the geodes are. Yep. Thunder geode, snow geode, crests. Silver vouchers get thrown in there. I don't have any of those. I just got some coppers. Alright, thank you to everybody who showed up. Wish, Kevin, Timmy, new follows, the Final Fantasy XI fans out there. Thank you so much for the support. Community's got to stay strong. Thank you for coming out. Sorry it's such a short stream. But I do want to make sure that I get my workout in today, because that is something important. I will be back on later in about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, with some Warframe. So again, thank you everybody who showed up. Super appreciate it. Love you all. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, sorry it was so short. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.